My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. It is time for the convict. Nothing left for sale from you, friend. I'm glad to be your best customer, but at the same rate, how dare you not have more items? That's just rude. It is worth noting I did buy out the vast majority of them in the original beta series. Original beta series, contradicting terms. I mean the supply drop beta series after the original series. I'm glad to be back to this character because there's just something comfortable and familiar about her base gun. The trusty revolver. Okay, pepper all of those down. Beautiful. I don't want to use the sword off as much as I used to use the sword off because I've often ended up putting myself in situations of taking extraordinary amounts of damage that I would not have taken if I was just using the budget revolver. Wow, gold casing. However, if it saves me having to reload, of course, all for it. Okay, that's a stupid amount of keys, and the machine pistol. The machine pistol is not bad. It is not bad whatsoever. Since those enemies were grouped up, if I missed with any pellets from the shotgun, they were going to hit a different enemy. See, this is what happens. I immediately shit on the shotgun and then I start... Ah! What? That attack came out very quickly. Very quickly indeed. Ah, fuck. Oh, okay. Magic bullets sufficiently... I know the reference there. Any magic that is sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable. Sorry, any technology that is sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic. Okay. Grants a chance for each bullet to transmogrify. Let me read the actual description as well. Each of these rounds has been enchanted by a sorceress of great power. They appear to be extremely old. Alrighty then, I'm quite pleased with all of this. Stupid amount of money going in just off the back of the gold casing we got. Probably going to be buying out all the keys. I've already picked up a key and used a key as well, so it's not entirely unlikely that I end up going to the oubliette on this run. Just due to the fact that we got this ridiculous amount of money and the amount of keys that are available in the first shop. I'll probably just buy them all out, to be entirely honest with you. Make my life a lot easier in the future. You don't typically end up with a huge surplus of keys, so stocking up early is usually enough to really help you through the rest of the game. And, of course, they cost less the earlier you purchase them. Everything costs less the earlier in the game you purchase it. Transmogged. Okay, it is a very small chance. But especially for weapons with really high fire rate, like that machine pistol that we just saw, this might be hilariously good. Okay, it's not that small of a chance. It's transmogged the last 3 enemies I fought with it. Okay. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say its chance might actually be maybe half the rate that Witch Pistol Really? I'm thinking... I was gonna say half the rate that Witch Pistol transmogs, but... Fuck, it's probably closer to like 2/3 the rate that Witch Pistol transmogs. I should probably check that at some point. Exactly the transmogrification chances on different items. Okay. Got him. Oh, man, the keys! The keys are unreal. Especially since the weapon being offered to us on this floor, since obviously we've already opened the passive active chest. So the weapon being offered on this floor is brown tier. It's probably not going to be significantly better than my basic weapons. And obviously, if I'm going to be leaving this floor with only a brown tier weapon anyway, I may as well try and force the weapon from this boss so that I can give myself more power over the course of the run. Whee! Really want to charge up my Molotov here, because I could be getting so much damage in these specific sections. Okay. All good so far. Damn it, if I knew you were going to do a stationary attack, I would have thrown the Molotov there. Yeah, that was a bad roll. And that'll do it. Beautiful. Master round and weapon force from the boss. Trick gun. I mean, you know. Let's be honest, it's no one's favorite weapon. I do have a stupid amount of keys. Is that justification enough to open the brown chest for a gun? I still don't think I open the brown chest for a gun. I think I'd just go to the oubliette. Speaking of going to the oubliette, I am going to need to prevent this guy from doing anything stupid. Specifically, in this case, stupid would be destroying my barrel over there. Okay. So at the moment, I'd be going down to the oubliette with one extra key. If I purchase all 3 of the keys from the shop, I actually want to purchase 1 fewer keys, right? Like, and then just purchase the machine pistol as well. I don't know. Do I open the... like, sling? Sling, regular shotgun, flash ray. Sling, regular shotgun, flash ray. Sling, regular shotgun, flash ray. Blunderbuss. Yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't opened that. Oh, well. I'm not going to find buy the final key here, because at that point, I might miss out on getting a really good item next floor. So imagine next floor has a really good item in the shop, or, God forbid, it has a black market. I really want to have as much money available immediately as possible. Only destroy the ones that are actually harmful. Beautiful. And then... forgot about those. I didn't think it was going to be a veteran round. I thought it was just going to be a red cap. See, this is the problem with pushing it away. Pushing the Pupilon away there prevented me from killing it. Okay, I can't afford to be using the blunderbuss, especially against Pupilons. I'm gonna stick with the basic weapon here. Stay as far away from the veteran rounds as I possibly can. Try my best only to be fighting one of them at a time. Thankfully, I do have knockback on my side, at least in that fight. Whew. That was actually really handy, thank you. Oh god, I really wanted the knockback there. When I want the knockback, it doesn't knock back. When I don't want the knockback, it knocks back. Ah. Let's just stick with a basic pistol like I said I was going to, and then immediately reneged upon. Like a chump. Come on, what do you got, Shop? Yeah. Yeah. I'll be taking that. Had to be. I mean, I don't even need to flawless the boss on this floor, so... I do, however, need not to open that. Or rather, need to not open that. There we go. Stand still. Take him out. Give me the boss. Again, I really shouldn't have checked that chest. My bad. Habits to break, yo. Fair enough. Hold out on the outside. And just wait for a good opportunity. There's no need to have taken that hastily, and I'm really glad that I slowed down. There we go. That's what I really wanted the charge blunderbuss for, just to have that immediate shot. Take out the floating landmine. I don't even know what to call them. They're not landmines. Because there are, you know, floating landmines that exist in the game. It's not them. Hell, they don't even explode. They just seem like little sentry bots kind of thing. Beautiful. Well, I'm not particularly appreciative of the fact that the rubber round knocked me into a shot there. At goddamn Mach speed. Stop using the blunderbuss. I keep trying to use the blunderbuss. I don't know why I keep doing it to myself. I know it's causing me problems, and then I keep trying to do it. Glutton for punishment, really. Obviously not particularly enthralled by the inaccuracy of this weapon at the moment. Okay. Just slow down. Take every bullet as it comes. It's okay. It is okay. Just gotta slow down. I really want to use the Hyperlight Drifter because I know the basis or the premise of that weapon. So it's a weapon that has 12 ammunition per clip and 12 max ammunition. Every time you miss, you lose that ammo. Every time you hit, you get the ammo back. So it actually seems awesome. I have to imagine for, you know, such a strong downside that it is a really, really good gun. Oh. Anyway, apparently at the moment there's a way to cheese it. I'm not going to focus on cheesing it, though. Okay. Hell, I kind of want to go back to my base weapon right now. Rate of damage dealing is just so slow. Okay, I need you to start moving before I can actually burn you. Yeah. Kind of like that, but not like that at all. Because now you're not taking burn damage. Six, 7. And beautiful. Goodbye, Blobulon. Doesn't matter that I didn't flawless there. Oh, that's the heroine. Okay, so it's that run. Well, I do want to try something new, so we'll probably be going with the Hyperlight Drifter, I have to imagine. It's not a horrible gun. This has been moving far up in my estimation recently, especially when you get incendiary rounds, because then it burns the ground directly below it. It's like... Oh, right, I forgot. The little bubble in front of you while you're charging up the heroine actually counts, and it deals damage to things. So if you stand next to a TNT crate, it will blow up the TNT crate and deal damage to you. It's a really frustrating interaction because it makes no fucking sense since no other weapon does it. Sure, I can take that. I mean, I still don't want a brown chest right now. I don't even know if it's an active or a passive. If I knew which it was, if it's a passive, I guess, you know, spring heel boots, lead skin, other items. Look, Trick Gun is really bad. And so is Blunderbuss. So I'm gonna get a brown or a blue. Oh, I actually managed to downgrade. Ugh, that's surprising. Oh, fuck. He doubled prices. I can't take the Hyperlight Blaster. Did I? Oh, I already checked down here. I can't believe that just happened. That sucks. I hope I get the ability to steal from one of these chests. That really sucks. Entirely my bad. I forgot that I'd already checked for the secret room down here. So he was already on my case. When I shot again, he doubled the prices in the room. So now I can't afford the Hyperlight Drifter. Helix. Alright, that makes this the passive or active. Whatever, I'll just take it. Whatever. I regret that. I don't want it. Alright, heroin time. That sucks. I really wanted the Hyperlight Drifter. I feel really bad about that. Like, I actually feel really, really daft. To be fair, I think it's a mistake many people would make. Alright. Don't be Patches and Mendy. Don't be Patches and Mendy. I mean, it has to be, because, yeah, it's definitely not at the end of a queue, so it's Patches and Mendy, sadly. I mean, heroin can easily be my boss weapon for a few floors. It's just an incredible weapon. I don't want it to be my boss killer on the later floors. But if it has to be, it can work in a pinch. I just classify things as room clear or boss clear based on the priority for which I use them. Like, for example, Minecutter, I would call a boss clear, because I would save it for the boss, typically, rather than using it on the floor. But it's also a really good floor clear. I could, you know, diversify the way in which I refer to things and have hybrid weapons as well. Like, this is a boss weapon, this is a room weapon, this is a hybrid weapon. But when all ends up going well, I don't really ever hybridize my weapons. I typically just have the boss weapons and the room weapons. So it's kind of like a worst case in a pinch scenario, typically. That said, there's always weapons that kind of stand outside of that, like Polaris, Gunter. They're both examples of weapons that you use on the floor and then you use against the boss as well. Obviously, Metronome makes any weapon into a hybrid. I hate that. Well, there goes my second blank. At least I know 2 charged shots will take out one of them. I hate the shots that just suddenly turn around. Oh, fuck. Fuck you. Too close. Too damn close. The ones that snake, they're straight right up until they're not. Those are really frustrating. Okay, Beehive is fine. I'll hold that with me. Still gotta go find the shop before I start picking up keys. I guess I'll try and keep open the option to go down to the Old King's area. The Abbey of the True Gun. I'm not going to be particularly enthused to go down, but if I can, I guess I will. It's just more items, I guess, at this point. Alright, especially considering the stupid amount of keys and stupid amount of money I have. That's the ability to steal, and that's a really good rifle. This is the shrine. Alright, well. The ability to steal, I think I take. I'll also purchase the key. And yes, I'm going to be opening the green chest on this floor. Sorry, the brown chest on this floor. I regret it. I regret every brown chest I opened in this run. This is partly a direct response to people having asked recently, why don't you open brown chests? Because the vast majority of the time they're disappointing. Sometimes even when you have way too many keys, like I currently do, they're still just really disappointing. Alright, well, this is going to be a passive or an active. I actually want incendiary rounds. Let's take them. So give me incendiary rounds. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Not incendiary rounds. It's not by a long shot. Considering I have the ability to steal, money is worth less to me, so I'll buy the blank and then go search the secret room for another key. Too many keys. Should I take the Winchester rifle? There's no situation where I'll use it over the heroin. Alright, we'll leave. Yep, everything done on the floor. Good, good, good. I'm hoping to try and make up for missing out on getting the Hyperlight Blaster by getting something on this floor. Giving myself as many different chances to get extra items. I'm hardly going to transmog anything when I kill everything in a single hit. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty much how I expected the floor to go. Pretty certain I still have 0 levels of curse, so that guy is just mandated to be that way. In the Forge and in Bullet Hell, there's a bunch of enemies that, regardless of what level of curse you have, just are cursed, or jammed, or whatever you want to call them. But I know those because I go to both of those places pretty much every run. I so rarely come down to the Abbey of the True Gun that I don't recognize which are mandated to be cursed. Hence the question. Okay. And then just wait. That should get 2 levels, right? It does. Red cap and another. Beautiful. Brother Alban I do want to find. But he's not been consistently spawning in the location I expect him, adjacent to one of the item rooms. I'll obviously still check there, but it's disheartening that it's not as consistent as it used to be. Alright. Okay, that's unfortunate. Brother Alban always spawns in the Abbey of the True Gun, by the way. So I know there's another secret room I need to find. And since he can give you just about anything, it's probably still worth finding the secret room regardless. Oh, which means I probably have to run room to room using the helix just to check walls and stuff like that. That's gonna suck. I am not keen to do that. Casey and a gun muncher. Alright, let's start gun munching some shit. I hate the gamma ray. Not a big fan of flare gun. Another brown/blue. Molotov! Sucks worse than either of the things I put in. Excellent. Molotov can be effective if you, like, start the room with a Molotov and then you change, like, oh, look, launched off a Molotov there, and then I changed to a different weapon, and look at the Molotov, it's just doing a bunch of damage to other things. But it becomes less and less effective as the game goes on, not only because the higher health totals of the enemies that you're fighting, but also because more and more of them become fire resistant. It's also worth noting you start finding yourself in a lot of rooms where you really can't afford the opening time of throwing out a Molotov cocktail. Okay. If you need to conserve ammunition, it becomes a lot better, because it does all this extra damage that you wouldn't be able to get with only a single shot. And then the next weapon only has to do a far smaller amount of damage between a far smaller amount of shots. It's great in that instance. But I definitely don't need to conserve ammunition with this weapon, so. Part of the reason this weapon is so good is because it is damaging enough with a single shot to really conserve its own ammunition. Okay, we should change back to a different weapon here. Oh, that sucks. We didn't even get much money. In fact, it looks like we got 0. Yuck! Usually in this room, you actually get a serious amount of money. The first 2 of the ankle biters there are the ones that trigger the spawn of the rest of them. Okay, fine. Brother Alban. I know I've wasted all of my blanks, but I don't need the flaws to the boss, so it's fine. Yeah, I feel lucky. Verily it must be so. Alright. It's not horrible. I really don't need to be forcing weapons right now, so... Wow. Game. Lay off my nuts, yo. This is fucking abysmal. Everything we're being given. Funnily enough, the best weapon against the boss that I'm about to fight is probably Helix. Best weapon that I'm holding at the very moment. So the reason it'll be Helix is because I can't afford to be charging up my shots for as long as it takes to charge up a shot for the heroine, since you need to be really, really, really on your toes against this boss. And Helix does an extraordinary amount of damage if all of its bullets hit. And all of its bullets definitely hit when you're fighting a target that is large enough to make sure they hit. See what I mean? Should have seen that one coming from a mile away. So this is pretty much just a more difficult version of the Old King fight. Sorry, of the Old King fight. This is the Old King fight. Of the Bullet King fight, rather. A lot more annoying attack patterns. Some things that follow you through multiple attack patterns. That's actually probably one of the worst parts of the fight, to be entirely honest with you. Some of the bullets are cursed, so if I take damage to any of those red bullets, I'm going to take 2 hits of damage. Or rather, a full heart of red damage. It's worth noting that if I had armor, the armor would only take 1 hit. Okay. Yeah, I had to imagine that was going to happen. I never really expect to flawless this fight. I got really close once, but when I come down here, that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm really just aiming to get a bunch of extra items. Alrighty, the lead. That's actually really handy. Well, I found like a stupid amount of things so far. I don't want KC, to be entirely honest with you right now. Let's just get out of here. I've got a lot of money, I've got a lot of keys, I've got a lot of guns. Got some solid passives. I don't want to understate the passives, but, you know, they're not exactly the first thing that I'd list. If we had passives like, you know, Magic, Sweet, Riddle of Lead, etc., then not mentioning it would be understating them, but at the moment our passives are just, they're fine. Beautiful. Show me the black market. This guy can't get transmoked. Is that? Yeah! I don't know why, but I knew that was a secret room. It just looked like it. Maybe I'm starting to get some intuition for where the secret rooms are in this game. Finally. Yeah, I'll come back for that. Okay. Do I force a weapon from this boss? Because I still don't really have, like, a great boss clearing weapon. I mean, Beehive is really, really good. But that's about it. Yeah, I think I still force the weapons. Something I recently heard on stream, actually, it was on the NLSS as they were playing the supply drop, just after it came out, in fact, was Last Grey Wolf saying, specifically of forcing weapons from bosses, that a weapon is, in all cases, better than a passive. I'm not 100% certain I agree. Because, obviously, you can just cherry-pick your example, like, oh, but what about this horrible weapon and this amazing passive? But the more and more I play, and the more and more I see myself succeed, the more and more I realize the biggest difference, other than, you know, just mechanical and practice, has been forcing weapons from bosses. I think the only reason to stop forcing weapons from bosses is when you are 100% satisfied. And I'm not there yet. So I'll steal the heart from her. Because I want the health up, obviously. But it would cost me 2.5 curse to purchase from her. Whereas it only costs me one curse to steal from her. That's the really fun thing about dealing with Cursula. It is morally correct to steal from her. According to the game. Okay. Let's have all of them fight one another. And even despite that, I managed to end up harming myself. Good work, Ryan. Okay, if I'm forcing weapons from bosses, Beehive, let's go. Oh, fuck you. I hate this attack. I hate this boss. If that attack lasted for like another millisecond, I would have definitely taken damage. This boss really needs to be toned down, I swear. It's dying very quickly, but when it does, like, attacks like this, for example... there's very little I can do except for know which one's real, and I have not determined a way to know which one's real. It's the mine-throwing attack, the briefcase mine-throwing attack, that really, really throws me off, though. That's the one that really gets me. Simply because there are certain, like, cycles that it can go through where there's just no real way to dodge. You get chased down by two of the cases at the same time. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to take damage, or I'm going to blank twice to push them away. Okay, Kindle's blanks. That's actually quite good. Like Gwanstone. Missing out on the HP up is horrible, but thankfully I did get an HP up on this floor anyhow as a result of Cursula being so kind. Thank you, blank. That was really close. Almost walked directly into it. Okay, good chest, good chest. Big gun soul. Super meat gun. It's good. It's a good. Oh wow, I do have the speed up the entire time. So it's given me speed up and HP up just to hold it, just to have it. Not while I'm holding it out either. I can change weapon and I still have it, whereas the Gungeon in the black tier only gives you a speed up while you're holding it out. And it also gives you an HP up, which is, you know, huge. Especially considering I was just talking about how sad I am to have missed an HP up from this floor. Pop up. Good work, Ryan. I wanted to just poke them with the damage. I don't know why, but I just did. What have you? Nothing I want, no. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Still a stupid amount of money. Very low amount of curse. I have the ability to steal. It's all coming up Millhouse, to be entirely honest with you. The speed up is huge, by the way. Not just the amount of speed we have gained is huge, but it's huge as in consequential. The extra attacks that we'll be able to dodge, it's insanity. Yeah, I still need to force... No! I can't teleport. I can't do anything. Yeah, I accidentally cleared the room. Find demonstration of skill, speak to us first. Missed out on the Hyperlight Drifter. Missed out on the gift they gave. Because I just absent-mindedly walked into the next room. Okay. Again, I'm checking chests where I really shouldn't be. Good lord, Ryan. Get it together. Shop is locked. Sucks, but we are definitely prepared for such a circumstance. Okay. That's so cheap. I'm just gonna buy it. Remote bullets is also a 10% damage up. I've been warned. As well as possibly being, you know, like the best accuracy up in the game. Oh, wow! It destroys the negative side of Helix bullets. That's amazing. This might be like my strongest room clear now. It doesn't really affect its ability to kill bosses, though, to be fair. Because it always hit the bosses anyhow. Right, of course, Hedge Mini Rifle is now insane, because it's super accurate. I am out of ammunition, right? In my heroin? No, I'm not. Why am I using other guns? Fuck knows. Okay. Remote bullets. Fixing up my mistakes. I love it. That's what we really needed in this run. Something to come along and fix our mistakes, because we're making a hell of a lot of them. And we'll just wait for this. Already have visited the shop, so I can pick that up. Okay. Yeah, this is probably best, no matter who we're fighting here. Because it's obviously not going to be... Oh, wow! They circle around. I mean, of course they do. Remote bullets. I just didn't even think about it. That is hilarious. I don't even have to worry about the bounces off the wall. That's excellent. Oh, beautiful. I mean, it's not really a room clear, though. Bug boots, fine. Poison the ground under me. Bug boots, so bug boots really suck for their placement currently in the tiers, because they're in a green tier, and they are poison immunity plus when you roll, you create poison. Rolling to create poison is not super effective, really. It's actually just not that big of an effect. Specifically because they're a boots item, I'd say the best way to balance them would just be to give them a moderate speed up. Doesn't have to be a big speed up. It can be the same kind of speed up that gun boots gives you, which is a relatively small speed up, all things considered. But it would be enough to make the item reasonable. Rather than, bug boots. Okay, hold off to the side. Beautiful. 16 ammunition left in this. Ugh. Let's just freeze half the enemies currently, so we can deal with them later. You know what would be really cool? A gun that is kind of like the Molotov cocktail, but it freezes in an AoE. Because all of the current freezing guns, except for Crestfaller, just kind of suck a lot. And I think it'd be nice to get like an AoE freeze like that going on, so that you can just move into a room, freeze a bunch of enemies, focus on other enemies, and then come back to the original set. Okay. Still feel really dumb about what went on here. Yeah, I'll buy a key on this floor. Do I sell anything? Yeah, I'll sell Bullet Idol, because Bullet Idol is real bad. And you know what? I'll actually sell Bug Boots. If we get a black market or two really high tier things in the next floor, I'm going to be really happy that I did that. I'll buy the ammo for the heroin because I don't want to have to use every piece of ammunition in every other weapon I have and then get back to the heroin and go, oh shit, I still didn't pick up ammo. Damn, I guess we just do not have ammo. Oh, perfect. So I don't even need... I'm not relying on the next floor to even drop a single key. It's really handy. Whew. really handy to be able to remove that reliance. Rather than get to this floor and be like, oh, didn't drop a key. Damn. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. All easy. Neat and tidy. Let's stick leftmost for our traversal of this map. Never mind, apparently, leftmost is not the way. Immediately abandon. Yes, thank you. Oh, right. I wanted to test out how the helix worked. That's why I changed away from the heroin before it was out of ammunition. Got it. Can we have less of these Ashen enemies? They're all just really frustrating. I really thought I would have been able to trigger them with just like a shot or two, but evidently no. Thankfully I'm fast enough that I can actually just walk away from them. Whee! Ring around the rosy right there. Worked out well. I will leave that there just in case I lose another half heart and need it. Trying to curve this in. Bend it like Beckham here. Hey, got it. Ah, beautiful. Sure, I'll do this. Don't mind if I do. Anyone else? Okay, the path that took to actually get to the enemy was sublime. Damn near sublime. Vertebrae K-47. Glad to see it. Is that going to be incredible with the auto-aiming? Yeah, looks like that's actually going to be incredible. I can't believe that remote bullets are only blue tier. They're so damn good. And they've just got a 10% damage bonus tacked on as well, because they weren't good enough by themselves. They need 10% extra damage on top of being possibly the biggest accuracy up in the game. I mean, look at how this shotgun is going to shoot. That's like one straight line of bullets. That's a shotgun. Makes no gosh dang diddly sense. I can't believe how much of this map we've explored with getting nothing. We're just gonna... Well, I mean, obviously we had the challenge room and then the item room there, but... So many blank dead ends. The rest of the map is just going to be relatively condensed, it looks like. Beautiful, thank you very much. Like, for example, we're gonna find item room next to forge, next to gun muncher, you know, that kind of thing. Just because there's not enough dead ends left for all of them to exist separately. Beautiful. Hoppa! Thank you. Shades. Do I have Smiley's? I don't think I have Smiley's revolver currently. No, damn. I love the synergy between Shades and Smiley's revolver. If I recall correctly, it only increases their ammo capacity and magazine capacity by 50%. But it's just nice. It's just neat. God, I love remote bullets. I'll probably come back for frost bullets, as you might expect. But at the moment, I'm going to worry about whether or not we've got a special shop on this floor. And if we do, exactly what shape our relationship with it will take. Okay. Thank you. See if that kills anything for me. Looks like it's got one of them. Maybe that should become my mode of operation for that room. Probably. Okay, don't be a gun muncher. Seriously, be a special shot. Gun munchers are boring, and I'm just gonna chuck boring weapons in. Alright, fine. Bullet bore is horrible, so I'll probably put bullet bore in as one of my weapons. Literally boring. That was changed? No kidding! Orange was moved into the green tier. I didn't know that had happened. I mean, 100% behind that change. It's a nerf, obviously, it makes it rarer, but 100% behind that change. That needed to occur. I now actually cannot lose the game. I'm gonna exhaust all of the weapon... all of the accuracy... all of the ammunition in Old Goldie here. Alright, that didn't work exactly as well as I'd hoped. God damn, okay, there go both of my blanks. I screwed up horribly. This'll do it. I really, really dislike the fact that Old Goldie has such short range. Of course I couldn't blank there, of course. Okay. Yep, there we go. I had to take damage eventually. Oh, well. I mean, our win is already secured. So I really should not worry. But it's just annoying that we got those opening attacks. I could have dealt with them better, definitely, but that doesn't make the opening attacks not annoying. Thank you. I was pretty determined just to stand in the center there. Figured that was pretty much the only way I was going to be able to get out of that. Roll. It's weird. My preference between me moving faster and bullets moving slower is strongly on the side of me moving faster. You'd think it'd be the opposite. I think if there were more things that slowed down enemy bullets, because currently I can only think of 3. That's Liquid Valkyrie, Bloody Eye, and Levels of Spice. If there were more things that slowed down enemy bullets, maybe I'd like it more. Because a lot of it is just preparedness. I'm not prepared to roll through this attack when it is moving so slow. I'm just not prepared for the timings. Whereas with speed up, it's the exact same thing, right? Like, you need to roll with different timings. But since you get speed up relatively often, like every second run, I'd guess, it's something you're more prepared for. 2 red chest weapons. Give me another. Worth. Fucking worth. Obviously, I'm going to be purchasing ammo for something. I have to imagine it's probably going into a different weapon that is currently undisclosed. Vertebrae K-47. Get myself a little bit more HP. Damn. Orange. So, the reason orange, by the way, is, first off, super incredible, secondly, needed a nerf, and thirdly, guarantees that we win the run, is that it heals you entirely and gives you an extra HP container, which it heals, of course, and gives you 2 coolness when you use it. So, for me at the moment, it is effectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 hits worth of damage. It can just negate. Okay. Beautiful. I'm not really getting much effect out of magic bullets anymore, just because it does trigger relatively rarely. I must have just been quite lucky earlier. And we kill most things before it could even trigger. Perfect ordering. Thank you. Yeah, I don't stick to the inside, so... Anyone else? Okay, that's, I think, all of the human enemies here. Well, I say human enemies. Bulletkin. Nope, there was a skeleton. I lied. Pretty much any boss weapon that I have at the moment could just by itself take out the boss. So I'm really not concerned about ammunition in any of them. I'm also evidently not concerned about taking damage at all. I kept trying to strafe away, but I kept strafing into the wall that was on my back. It's difficult to focus on panic mode dodging when you know you've already won the run. It's just sloppy play. Entirely fairly called sloppy play. But until it costs me the run, it's inconsequential, really. When it costs me the run, though, it will be, first off, hilarious, to me at the very least. Frightening, a wake-up call, and consequential. Until then, whee! Alright. Oh shit, I didn't even see that one spawn yet. Alright. Hold off to the sides. A key! Finally! This looks like it's looping back. I'll give it one more room to confirm. Shit, now it looks less like it's looping back. Do I give it another room? Alright, I'll give it one more room. Okay, it wasn't looping back. I'm glad I gave it the time to prove that. Oh! Pish. Immediately spawning into the bullet stealing animation is annoying as hell. Alright, let's try the left again because it worked so well for us last time. Just gracefully glide it in. Okay. Beautiful. Nice half red heart. There is another half red heart that I could go and collect, but I already have so much HP just in my spacebar item. There was a green passive that I was recently saying, damn, this is now included in the green passive chest. This makes the green passive chest way worse. But it's balanced out so many times over by the fact that the orange is now in the green passive chest as well. Alright, well. I was not planning to use this for this phase, but... Oh, interesting. This... They have auto-aim, but it's overwritten by my zombie rounds. Zombie rounds, god damn it. It's remote rounds. Sorry, I keep getting confused. I shouldn't be getting those two confused, because they're entirely unlike one another. Oh well. Alright. This is going to be far more effective against a larger target, so I opt to use it here rather than later. The target in the next area we are going is real small. V small boy. Okay. Alright, next up. I mean, no reason not to. I'll try and give myself the orange just before I die, so it looks like I took no damage in this run ever. Sorry, just before I die. Just before he dies, rather. Boom! Look at that, a flawless Lich kill. Don't mind if I do say so myself. Bye, Lichy friend. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon Supply Drop. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.